Welcome back to Views and Vibes. We are talking about that respect factor when it comes to female MCs within the genre of hip hop. Talking about, you know, the old school and, you know, how hip hop really began and people battling, whether it's in a club, whether it's, you know, in the lunchroom. I remember back in the days when I was in high school and even in college, I would see female MCs battling male MCs all the time. But you don't get the sense of that happening now. You know, and then even the diss records, you know, you had people like Salt and Pepper got on by dissing Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew. You know, you had, you know, other female MCs dissing each other, and that's how they got on. You don't see that anymore. You know, so how much of that, you know, the whole battle aspect of MCing has been lost with female MCs? And do you need that to try and gain some kind of respect within the community?
I personally believe that after the whole Biggie and Tupac thing, it kind of transformed a lot of the whole innocent, because back in the day, you know, battling was the natural thing.
Right.
You sit in the lunchroom and I used to do that, you know, but just going, you know, battling back and forth, and you laughed it off at the end of the day. You know, walked out, you know, walked home. Nowadays, you battling somebody, you gotta look outside your house, you know, make sure nobody's following you.
Right, it is deeper,
and then especially, you know, I'm from Virginia, but I live in New York, and it was just really, really bad. Like, nobody was getting along, and that was like real beef.
Right.
And so I think just times have changed and shifted. For me, I believe that.
I think that people are waiting to hear a female voice. I know right now I go out and just to be in a cipher and a freestyle and see a woman is like, wow, you know what I'm saying? You're doing something. Unfortunately, but fortunately, you know, there is still the competition in hip hop. I know everybody has known about the Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim, you know, battling back and forth. But the unfortunate part about it is, like, they're just competing against each other.
But are they really?
You know?
Because when's the last time Lil' Kim was really relevant? And for real, how long will, you know, Nicki Minaj be relevant? You know, I mean, we talk about battles. This is against people who are, you know, still relevant. You know, when KRS-One was battling
Roxanne Shante back in the
you know, when they were battling, you know, they were both still relevant. You know, but now you can't. Even the whole thing with MC Hammer and Jay-Z. You know, there's a whole response thing with those two right now. Who's paying attention to MC Hammer? You know, so when you talk about battles, we're talking about people who are current and still, you know, trying to, you know, either get on or that friendly competition. That whole sense is gone now.
But I mean, as far as like Nicki is concerned, if I was, everybody's getting at Nicki. Right. Everybody, from the underground to Kim and Foxy.
I mean, she's an easy target.
She's the only one that's out there. So what? So in her case, like, why would she respond to anybody?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's almost like with Jay-Z and Nas. Yeah, it made sense, Jay-Z and Nas. But you know how many people get at Jay-Z all the time? But what about, he doesn't respond to anybody.
But like I said, when you had, they were called Supernature back in the day, but Salt and Pepper, when they got at Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew, as a females going at males. You know, you saw that a lot. Even when with Roxanne Shante, when she went at UTFO. You know, this is a show that, look, the females can step up to the males and compete too. You know, why can't a female go at Lil Wayne? You know, other than worrying about, you know, it sparking something bigger. But why can't you have, you know, you don't have to target other females. You're talking about holding each other up. Well, don't go after the other female. Go after other males. There's a lot of males out there. Go after Plies. Yeah, no skills. Go after him. You know, somebody like that. Why aren't female MCs, you know, I guess empowering themselves to go after people who, you know, who are already up there?
I think people, because right now we're trying to solidify ourselves. We're trying to make a presence in hip hop yet again in this new stream, and I think that because that's not even there, like. That's why so many women are timid, you know, to go at it. You know, yeah, hip hop is competition, but now it's changed so much that people are even talking about like their daily lives, you know, from when they get up and move, or you know, just like the nature of wherever they are, you know. So I'm telling you, like, I really feel like that not necessarily that competition is lost, but that's not the only thing that there is right now in hip hop, you know.
So what is there? You know, is there really, you know, room for more than one woman at a time in hip hop?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
But then how do you make that known? How do you make that happen? You know, how do you push more women to the forefront? Encouraging each other, or
encouraging each other and encouraging more women to come out into the forefront. You know, there are women poets, women who rhyme and sing, and they're all mixed up, and we're not pulling them to the forefront. We're not saying, okay, look, we're welcoming this genre. You know, I really feel there's not enough even exploration or performance literature to teach young women, like, look, you can do this too. I think they're also played out too, like in schools or in art schools. They're not really like, oh, you can rhyme.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people go behind a male rapper and everyone's behind him. There's not for that with women.
I think, again, to me, it goes back to branding and just filling the void. I think, I don't want to say this wrong, but Thomas Edison is an inventor, and I think he said that he doesn't just invent things. He looks to see what's missing. He looks to see what the world needs, and then, you know, puts things together.
Right.
So, I don't know.
So
I think
whose job is that to do that then? Is it the female rapper themselves?
The person, yeah, the person.
Or is it the audience?
No, the person,
No.
the artist, whoever who may be watching this program who get inspired and, you know, really looking like, how can I fit in? If you're looking to like get in like a mainstream, you know, in this world of video vixens and everything, look at what's missing. Like when Kim and Foxy were out, yeah, they were hot and they were everything, but then, you know, then the Fugees came out, and then, you know, so, you know, it's cool. Like, some days you want to just talk about nothing and, you know, and get crunk in the club. And then some days you want to, you know, you know, talk, have an intellectual conversation. So I think it's just about branding yourself and really looking for, you know, the void.
Who you are as an individual.
All right, great. Yeah. Well, ladies, I would like to thank you for coming on the show today and talking about this subject. Hopefully more people got a lot of information out of this. I would like to thank Vayne and Dior Ashley Brown for joining us today. You can find out more information about my guests by going to our website, viewsandvibes.com. Otherwise, I'm Tariiq Walton, and this has been Views and Vibes.